Being a college student is incredibly busy. You guys are always dealing with classes, extracurricular activities, a social life, homework, jobs. There's so many things going on in your life, and your schedule can be so jam-packed some days, it doesn't even leave time for you to eat. Just like you guys, my schedule can be hectic, and I've actually gotten pretty good at making a really nutritious, delicious lunch in about 5 minutes. Here's some of my tips and tricks to squeezing in meals when it feels like you don't have any time. Breakfast is the meal that college students tend to skip the most. I think I can count on one hand the number of students I've talked to that actually eat breakfast. No matter what you think, you do have time to eat breakfast, and it is a huge part of starting your day off on the right foot. But knowing exactly where to go and how to build a breakfast when you have 5 minutes before you have to get to class is key to making this happen. The nutrition goal for breakfast is to try to get in at least 3 food groups. One of my favorite stations to go to is the oatmeal station. I really like this station because there's never any lines there. It's a self-service station, it's whole grains, you can add any sorts of toppings you want to it. And so it's going to be a good source of fiber, good source of carbohydrates, and a pretty decent source of protein. But you can also add some extras in to add additional protein. Some of the things I like to add to my oatmeal are peanut butter, sunflower seeds. You can also add some fruit to the top of your oatmeal too. That's a really quick way to get in another food group. So with the oatmeal, you have whole grains, you have protein, and if you add fruit on top, that's your 3rd food group. Another really quick and easy thing that you can do for breakfast is yogurt. Now, yogurt's gonna be a really good food if you're on the go because it's gonna have carbohydrates, it's gonna have protein, and it's also gonna be a serving of dairy. Just like with oatmeal, you can add all sorts of toppings to it. Now, we do offer omelets and things like that for breakfast, but they tend to take a while, and if you're in a crunch, that's not gonna be the best place for you to go. I always aim for stations that don't have any lines, so I can spend the time eating instead of sitting in line. For lunch or dinner, it's pretty typical that the lines that have a lot of the vegetables on them are either self-serve or they have a pretty short and quick moving line. And this is great because this is always my first stop in building a balanced plate, and it makes it really, really quick and easy. After getting my vegetables, I always grab a 4th plate of whole grains. Sometimes the lines are really short for this, but another good tip is to grab a potato, either a baked potato or a sweet potato. And this is another really good way to get some extra fiber and some complex carbohydrates into your diet. And the very last thing that I do is add some protein to my plate. Beans, quinoa, tofu, those are going to be really good sources of protein, and there's most likely not going to be a huge line waiting to get those foods. Other places to look for protein are going to be at your plant-based vegan vegetarian station, the salad bar, or places like the Nosh bar. Another great place to get a quick and easy meal for lunch or dinner is at the soup station. Soups are going to be a good way to sneak in some extra vegetables and some protein all in one dish. I also like to go to our international station, or again, the plant-based or vegan or vegetarian station. Sometimes I only have 5 minutes and I'm starving, like can't get any more work done until I eat. Real deal. So what I do in those cases is I will grab a really quick snack. When you're grabbing these quick snacks, you want to combine a protein with a complex carbohydrate. So an apple with some peanut butter, or yogurt has a good ratio of carbohydrates and protein. So it's kind of an all-in-one snack there for you. Other examples would be the whole wheat English muffin and, again, peanut butter. One of my favorite quick snacks is vegetables and hummus. This is going to be a good snack because the vegetables, of course, they're going to be good for you. Yay for fiber and vitamins and minerals, but the hummus is going to be a really good source of protein to keep you full until you can eat the next time, and also a good source of complex carbohydrates to make sure that your blood sugar is staying at a consistent level. Sometimes you just have to tide yourself over until you can come back and take your time and build a good balanced plate in the dining hall and sit down and eat and make sure that you can enjoy it. So when you're in a hurry to get a meal, there are 4 things to remember. Look for a line that has a composed dish. So this is a dish with a lot of different components to it, maybe something at the international station or at the soup station. A lot of the times these dishes are going to be a great start to getting in all your nutrients. If you look at your plate and you think you need more vegetables or more complex carbohydrates or maybe more protein, after you go to that station, you can always stop at the salad bar or the nosh bar and get a few more veggies or a little bit more protein, whatever you think that your plate is lacking. Avoid the places with long lines and avoid the stations that are made to order. Follow the My Plate method. So you guys will remember, half your plate should be fruits and vegetables, quarter your plate should be protein, and a quarter your plate should be whole grains. And this is just a really easy way to make sure as you're going to the different stations, you're kind of building a plate that's going to be nice and balanced, and it will set you on the right track for the rest of your day. One other thing to think about is you can always look for the Mindful logo. This logo might be the fastest way for you to determine what's going to be a healthy dish for you. Anything that has the Mindful logo meets strict nutrition criteria based on dietary guidelines for Americans and the latest science. Forgot one really important thing that can make your life a lot easier. If you know you're going to be crunched for time but still want to use one of your meal swipes in the dining hall, you can always look at our menus that are posted on our websites, and that will tell you exactly what we're having every day. It will tell you at what station that food will be at, and it will tell you any nutrition or allergen information that you want to check out. All right, I hope you found this helpful, and that the next time you're in a pinch for time, you can use some of these tips to still have a healthy and delicious meal, even if it's in 15 minutes.